This podcast is part of the Shrimp Queen Network.
Visit facebook.com/Shrimp Queen Network to see more great podcasts.
Hear them.
Hear more great podcasts.
Good job.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome back to this episode of 10 for 10. I am your very sexy host, Dan. Okay, that was wrong.
I'm Jess, but that's just
Jess.
it. Just
and
Jess.
today we're joined by 3 guests in our super advanced recording studio.
AKA
So why don't you
our spare bedroom.
Going from left to right, why don't you guys introduce yourself?
I'm Kayleigh.
Well, Kayleigh has been on the show before.
I'm Andy. I'm making a first appearance tonight.
Daytime.
And as is our last guest.
I'm Charlie. This is my first appearance as well.
All right. So Jess is going to be the one, she's got the reins today. So
Sorry. I'm not used to so many people, and I feel like I'm gonna barely say things. You
so
guys
this
will
is
just take over
basically
for me.
basically a live show at this point. It's free, but it's a live show for our 3 guests.
Sorry, guys. My mom is calling me.
You want me to pause?
Please.
No.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
I'm back. Kayleigh, is that a reusable straw?
Yeah, it is.
How very
Sorry, guys.
environment
Good
friendly of you.
Friendly.
Honestly,
Don't put it in the trash accidentally. Anyway, guys. So this week we're going to be talking about Disney princesses.
Can you enunciate that a little bit better?
Disney princesses. Disney princesses.
Do we have any other announcements before we get into the
Happy if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Happy that.
before we get into the nitty gritty?
Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit strange. I lost it from a weekend over the wedding, and then I lost it a few days later again. So it's it's a struggle.
She parties
It
too
cracks
hardy.
sometimes.
Making a comeback.
Yeah, it's bringing itself back. Do you guys have anything that you need to get out there in the world, Dan?
No, not right now.
Yeah.
Let's just get the show on the road.
Let's get
Just that
going.
this
Nothing to
list
say.
better have Moana on it.
true. That's all I have to say.
Look, okay.
It's about to get heated.
Here's my
He
disclaimer.
opened up a big old
All right.
can of worms there.
Let's
Here's my
let Jess
disclaimer.
explain her qualifications for what is a
There,
princess.
this will be a list of 11 because I went with Disney's official princess list, their mains, which is 11 of them, which they last released in 2013. They have yet to release an updated these are the exact ones that we count as a princess, blah blah blah. So Anna and Elsa, I'm sorry, Moana, I want you on here, bitch, I do, but you're not. There's some that used to be on it that aren't anymore. It's okay. So
The majority of the people in the room are shaking their head right now.
my
I'll just
side
quietly
note.
shaking our heads.
My
right now.
side note is that every princess is a strong, brave, smart, and beautiful woman, okay? All of them. So according to Disney, the rules to become a Disney princess are, number 1, you must be human or human-like. Talking Ariel, and previously Tinkerbell was on the list because she was human-like, but now she has a whole set of movies for the fairies and shit.
That's a little bit discriminatory towards aliens. Do they really
There are
have
no
to be human?
alien Disney princesses. They're
They have
human
yet to
or
make them.
human-like.
Not yet,
You
they're
never
not.
know. Disney
so they
might
have to
come
be
out
a
with one.
humanoid.
Human/human-like. This is what the Disney website says.
So would Maid Marian from Robin Hood count as one?
Well, Robin wasn't a prince or anything, which, hold on. Real quick, number 1 of them. Just hold on. Let me finish the rules and then you can just dispute them. Number 2, they have to have a primary role in a Disney and or Pixar movie. They have to be if there's say 3 mains, they have to be one of them.
So yeah,
It can't be a side one. Number 3, they have to have been introduced in the main movie, not a sequel. If you are meeting them for the first time, it has to be the original movie. It can't be like Cinderella has a sequel. They have to have been introduced in Cinderella 1, not Cinderella 2.
Okay, that
He
makes
feels
sense.
me?
Yeah.
And number 4, they have to be born a royal, married a royal, or performed an act of heroism, which is why Mulan will be on the list at one point. Even though she was not married to or born royal, she performed an act of heroism. But
she's a princess.
Marian, she was precious and all, but she didn't do any of those
She's
other
badass,
things.
yeah.
You feels? And they all, like, the main rules, at least for, like, when they're originally making the Disney princesses, were that they must have a goodwill towards animals, inner and outer beauty,
How did
And
Pocahontas
wait,
qualify? She
and-
was a hunter.
and beautiful singing voices.
Is that
So, like,
really a
terrible-
rule?
That, like,
Terrible
used to be,
singer.
like, no, just, like, if they didn't, then it was just kind of like, what the fuck are they
made
doing
the
here?
cut, kid.
The fuck you doing here, then?
They were just the
It's
evil
a harsh
witches.
business.
Yes.
Wait, Merida doesn't sing though.
Exactly, she's one of the exceptions.
Aye.
What the? Is there
Also-
exceptions?
Chance to change your feet.
Yes.
She gets all the rest of the criteria.
She's the only one who doesn't sing, but when she's a little girl in that movie, her and her mother are singing a little tune together.
Oh, so they sing once.
on.
Big deal.
Anyway, so she
Everyone
counts.
sings in the shower.
And she's
You know
the
who
first,
sings really
and she's
well?
a Pixar one, technically.
Yeah.
Moana.
Just tearing that
You know
can
what is
open
an
further
awesome
and further.
soundtrack?
Moana. All right, guys. And like I said, I don't disagree.
Y'all so
But I just
petty.
went with the 11 that if you were
We
to
just
buy a
disagree
poster,
with your choice.
if you were to
Alright.
buy a poster of the Disney princesses, these are who would be
All
on
right,
it.
Bob Iger.
Number 11. who?
owner of Disney.
Okay. Number 11 is probably, no offense, the most boring. Snow White.
True.
True.
She just,
I agree- I agree with that. I agree with
as
that.
a child, her voice made me like want to cry because it
Yeah,
was
she-
so
No,
high
it was-
pitched.
Yeah.
Like beautiful
She's like,
singing, but as like a speaking voice, I was really like, shut up. Snow White.
Yeah.
Love you.
I can't even remember her talking that much. All
Her
I can remember
prince's
are
name?
the dwarves.
Does anybody know what her prince's name was?
Florian.
Good job.
How
Florian.
Princess. I thought you said
Prince.
her princess
Her
name, and I was
prince's
like,
name was Florian.
Snow White.
Yeah. So she was featured in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. She was originally a Brothers Grimm story.
Yes.
yes,
I do remember
she
that,
was.
yeah.
Not all of the princesses came from there,
No.
but she's one of them. The original story was actually called Schneewitchen.
What is that? Does that mean? Does that?
Schneewitchen. I
that
don't
a
know.
direct
That sounds like
translation?
Snow
Or,
White
like-
in
She's
German.
also what's she? She's 14, so I think she was.
Underage.
Oh, then how old is Florian in that then?
And keep in mind, this
Florian
was
was
a
about 16
pre
or
9/11
18.
world that we're
Okay,
dealing
okay, that's
with,
not, that's
right?
not as bad. I was really like.
I don't know if I would use 9/11 to describe that.
No.
though.
She basically.
Pre 9/11.
Actually, wait, no, this was a
Right.
pre-World War II world.
37. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Go on.
Wowza.
Well, yeah.
So I don't really have too much to say about her. Like her story, she's asleep for a good portion of it. You know, she gets her evil
Lillian,
stepmother
yeah.
curses her by making her eat an apple. She also tried to get a huntsman to
Ew,
cut out
an
her
apple.
heart.
Oh, that did
She ends up living with 7 guys. Like she's a wild lady.
Yeah.
But overall, the story of Snow White, it never stuck in my mind that much. I guess she just wasn't as memorable to me, other than being like
Yeah.
the first Disney
The
princess.
only remake of the movie was
Yeah.
a remake of the antagonist of the
Yeah.
movie, so
which was
Yeah.
actually really good.
that's actually really good. Yeah, I agree.
I liked
Snow
it.
White and the Huntsman.
That's what, yeah.
And then there was
Yeah.
the Huntsman, the Winter War
Yeah, and that was actually
Yeah.
great. Emily Blunt did amazing in it.
with Chris
Emily
Hemsworth.
Blunt is
Yeah.
always amazing.
That's very true. Mary Boppins.
Mary Poppins.
Right.
You know what's Mary Boppins?
But yeah, so Snow White, it's not even that there's like negative things that I have to like say about her. It's just like she wasn't really developed like much as like a person. She was just like,
She's pretty
it's a
basic.
princess.
She wasn't
There was no
exceptional.
like, she didn't really, yeah, she could sing and like attract animals, but like she didn't.
She was a pretty
She does
blank
follow
slate.
that rule. She does
She did,
follow
yeah,
that rule.
right. But like she didn't really like have like any qualities that were like, I want to be like her.
She
You
was
know what I
also
mean?
gonna
I
kill
mean,
on
yeah, I
her
wanted to be friends
friends.
with animals, but I
Hell
wouldn't
yeah,
say
I
that was
wanna be
a
in a
quality of like
Kayleigh.
her personality. That was just like a skill that she happened to have.
I don't know, man. Imagine
I projected
being
myself
that
more onto
powerful,
the
like,
dwarves.
having that power to attract animals. You could use that.
But also a little bit frightening.
That's a
what if I just
superpower,
what if I'm just
right?
humming a song and then suddenly a deer just like comes into my house? I don't want that.
You know,
Well,
who else
I
can
mean,
do that?
I
You know
just-
who else can do that? What's her name from Shrek?
Fiona. Oh, so when I used to work at
Pixar. We don't talk about that.
there was
No,
there's a
she's
Pixar on here.
DreamWorks.
Oh,
She's
because
DreamWorks.
Disney
She's
owns Pixar.
DreamWorks.
Oh,
yes.
So that's why Merida gets to be on the list because even
Well, I was
But
gonna
does-
say,
does Fiona
bringing
get
up
she's DreamWorks.
bringing up Snow White, Shrek 3 when she uses immigrant
All right,
song.
okay, you know what? The princesses in Shrek, they were like a whole nother level. They were in more than one of them.
They were in Shrek 3.
They were in more than one
They
of
were
them,
primarily in Shrek 3.
but more than one.
yeah, there's that like huge like
but yeah,
group of
so-
them.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
in the
But
beginning.
no, somebody, a busser at my old job that I worked at, one day goes, "You know what you look like?" And I was like, "What?" He goes, "The human Princess Fiona." And I was like, "Not the ogre one." I kind of feel insulted now, but okay. I was like, I don't want to be the
didn't make the
boring
cut.
human one. I want to be the awesome one.
What do you mean she wasn't boring?
She was the same person.
Yeah, she was the same
just
But
person.
she was so much more confident.
Do you remember that action?
She exuded
Do you remember
confidence.
the
Where she was
360 action shot of
Because she
her
was
going
fighting Robin Hood.
like,
She was.
What a wild life she lived.
Yeah, it was making fun of the Matrix because
Yeah.
everything was making fun of the
I mean,
Matrix.
I've never seen the Matrix,
I
but
didn't
yeah.
even realize that.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, so Snow White, I don't really have anything more. Do you guys like
No.
Snow White? Or is she just kind of like
You
one
know
of
who's
those
better
like
than Snow White?
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, number 10.
Ariel, the princess on the
now,
list.
Dan, I don't know if this will shock you. Number 10. It is the first Disney like princess movie that I can recall seeing. I love it so much. But like when I think like, oh, I want to watch this movie, I don't want to go back and watch this one because I know it so well. It's Cinderella. Even though
I agree.
she's
honestly,
technically like my favorite, but not like when it comes to like actually
She is my
thinking
favorite,
about
but
them. Yeah, thinking of.
It's a classic.
No, I'm saying, but like when like I actually sit down and I'm like thinking about like qualities of like each of them, I'm like she's kind of.
she's
She kind of just waits for her prince.
Now Cinderella is considered the leader of the princesses. Like if you were to buy a poster, she is almost
Someone who literally
99%
just
of the
waits for the
time.
man.
She's
the
Wreck-It
leader
Ralph
of the
trailer.
princess.
Yeah.
She's 99% of the time. If you see a picture of all of them, she will be the center.
Which is
leading
weird
lady.
because it's not like she was the first.
But her
Right.
dress is the most boppin', I think.
Okay, I guess.
I always wanted it.
Bippity bop.
Bippity boppity boo.
Stop.
So
Bippity
Hippity
boppity
hoppity.
yeet.
Get off
she
of my
was.
property.
She was 19. She's one of the olders.
Good.
She's legal.
Oh,
Sad. She's
stop.
19. She's one of the older ones.
Of course, you have to point that out.
She's from a fairy tale.
You know who isn't legal? Moana.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's from a fairy tale from 1697 called Cinderella. That was
Yes.
the
Not too
original.
far off.
Gotta use the German accent.
I can't.
Cinderella.
Anyway,
Wow, that's her German accent.
That was just another
she did have her struggles.
It was
okay.
alright.
She had her struggles.
Alright.
Her evil stepmother, Lady Tremaine, forced her to be a servant for her and her daughters after her dad died. And it's like her dad just died. Now you're making her clean up all your shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Including him.
Yeah.
She's
Wow.
not,
Clean
she's
up
not
the
even the
crime.
best part.
That's
She's not
fucked
even
up.
the best part of the movie.
So she gets a fairy godmother. Bibbidi bobbidi bitch.
Godmother
That-
and Shrek 2.
It helps her go to the ball. I watched that last week.
Shrek, the fairy godmother and Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
What song? What's the song?
I Need a Hero.
I Need a Hero. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we were listening
out of the car earlier.
Andy and I were just listening to that
my
song in the car. While we were
Have you
both
seen the
picking up
music
Charlie.
video for that thing?
Yeah.
When the dude like floats across the Grand Canyon like crisscross
It's
like
just-
applesauce.
Look, that song. That song gets me, and it's also used in Footloose. It is.
Yeah.
And then anyway, so she
It was
eventually gets to
from
the ball.
Footloose.
She speaks to
It's
her
written for that
mice
movie,
friends.
She does talk to animals.
So there's she going with that. Mice never really got to know one, so I can't say I have an opinion.
What
about
is
that.
it?
The mice
What about Gus Gus?
Wait a minute. Wait a
Yes,
minute.
I said I've never gotten to know any mice like personally.
Oh, I
Got
do.
you.
They made the cat seem evil in the movie, and I know that he was, but also
His
he was
name
just
is-
being a cat, Lucifer.
Literally Lucifer.
Well,
though.
That's Lucifer. What do you expect?
So, well, that's also why Scar
Lucifer.
probably became evil because
That
Scar
wasn't
was
his
literally named
name.
Scar.
No, he wasn't. His real name was Taka, and then he got attacked.
I know.
And he
And then
got
they-
a scar, and everyone
Yeah,
started
like
calling
who
him
the
Scar.
fuck is just like, oh, you have a. Let's just call you Scar. That's just mean. That's just making someone
how-
turn. Oh god. Anyway.
That's the name of Lucifer.
Everyone
That's
calls
a
her
bit much.
Beyonce because she has a
Oh my god,
Beyonce
Beyonce. What?
like on her face. She has
Stop
the
it.
Beyonce on her
Anyway.
face.
What the-
That was a bad joke. I'm
It's a
sorry.
really bad joke. It didn't. So she goes to the ball, eventually falls in love with the prince, but then she has to go back to being her like a servant. Eventually finds her because apparently she has the tiniest feet in like the fucking place. No, but I did find out. I realized at like the time most shoes would be handmade, so it would really only fit her like exactly because they were like made like literally like with like your foot.
Yeah, true.
They
Yeah.
just
That's like
pour
a
clay
mold.
on your foot.
Yeah, except also they were like glass, so I'm like, ouch.
Or it was like Cloudy with a
Melting.
Chance of
That's the
Meatballs
blisters.
with his spray-on
Yo.
sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Yeah.
never gets off.
Yeah, but no, I love her. I think she's like strong and she's cool and all.
So she can
works
talk
hard,
to animals.
but again, just kind of like
She doesn't talk to them though, does she?
yeah, she does. She
Yeah, she
chats to them.
does.
That she can't understand them. They just
Oh,
squeak.
They
it's
understand.
okay.
They
That's what I
squeak,
meant. That's
squeaker
what I
back
meant,
at her.
yeah.
They just
but like
do
they
her
do
bidding.
shit for her. They make her a fucking dress. Like
Yeah,
she
the
makes them
birds.
work. And I'm like,
So who's
just
the-
because your
who's the-
stepmother's making you work does not mean
Walk,
that you
walk,
make
fashion,
these
baby.
animals
That
work
makes her.
for you.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, she gets like
Because
the
I would seem
birds
happy to do
too
it.
to like help her like fucking shower. And I'm like, Cindy, bitch, calm down. You can shower on your own.
I mean, would she even have bothered showering? It was like the 1700s.
True. Probably not.
A shower was a luxury.
I know.
Not for any could afford.
Sorry.
Actually, a
bath, and then they like dump a bucket on her head. So I guess it maybe wasn't that helpful.
That's what showers were.
They were actually trying
And then
to
they're like
retaliate.
holding up like the towel for her, and she's like, oh.
They were trying to retaliate.
They're like,
they were trying to drown her and then waterboard her with the towel.
They help
but it
make
didn't
her a
really work
dress,
out.
and honestly, like the first dress that she's wearing is really pretty too, the pink one. But then it gets fucked up because
It always comes
her
back to the dressing,
stepsisters
doesn't it?
True.
are assholes.
Sisters
And then
are the worst.
And she is a character in Into the Woods.
That
well.
she is.
True.
And then she does
But
all the
also,
birds
like-
to pluck out her sister's eyes. So casual.
But also, I feel like even in that version, she doesn't like get that much more depth. She just like she's still the same like person.
Yeah. Wait, Kayleigh, when choir did the medley of Into the Woods,
Yes.
weren't you Cindy?
Yeah, it was.
We got our own Cindy right here. Just that I wish to go to the
I
festival.
wish
Yeah, great.
I mean,
more than anything. More than the moon.
But yeah, so I love her, and when like somebody says like who's your favorite Disney princess, I think I've always just kind of been like Cinderella because it's the first one that I ever remember like watching. So that's why I like immediately go to it. But then like when I think about it, I'm like, actually, not so much. Though I do love the live action one with Lily James
It was really
and
good.
Richard Madden.
Yes.
What
Is
a
that
name.
just because you get to look at Lily James for
and
2 hours?
and Richard Madden? It's
And
like
Richard
a combo of the two.
Yeah, like, you're
It's
like-
a combo of the two of them. They're just like, oh. And also, Kate Blanchett played a really good scary Lady Tremaine. Freaked my shit out. Anyway, number 9.
Number
Now,
9.
she's in number 9 because though she isn't a good portion of her movie, again, she's sleeping for most of it.
Oh,
I wonder who
Yeah.
else.
Who is it?
Aurora.
Moana.
Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty. That's how much she sleeps. Her nickname is literally Sleeping Beauty. So Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, she is loosely based on La Belle à Bois Dormant.
Let me read it.
I don't speak French.
Wait, can I see it?
I wrote really fast. La Belle
I love this.
La Belle.
au Bois
Oh god, yeah, I
Well,
can't
can
read
I
that.
see it?
Aubois
Can I see
and
it?
then
Oh,
Dormant.
sorry. La Belle à Bois Dormant.
Yeah, from 1959. She's also 16.
Beautiful pronunciation.
Which is basically Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, most of like the names
Yeah,
of like the
that's
stories
like-
that they're like based off of.
I
I'm
would
like,
always-
and they're loosely based on.
I would always mix up Sleeping Beauty and Snow White as a child because they're just supposed to
'Cause they sleeping.
They sleep.
They
They're
sleeping
sleeping
on the
on
job.
us.
You
They sleeping
realize
on
the
us.
first 3 Disney
One's a
princesses
brunette
you
and
brought
one's
up have all
blonde.
slept for like a majority of the.
No, Cinderella's
Cinderella
not
doesn't.
Cinderella
asleep.
didn't. Well,
She not a sleepy bitch.
Well, she was sleeping
Cinderella's
on us.
probably-
but
I
she was
mean,
sleeping
all
on
of
us.
them
I don't
like,
even
not doing
see.
it, but,
She's the
like-
one I think barely slept because
All
she had to
of them
clean
were,
like a fucking
Yeah, that's
mansion.
what I just said.
All of
is
them
it
were
with-
like
Like,
shacks.
did she
and
clean the
sleep.
mansion or did she run a slave
We need her
operation
beauty
via
sleep.
the
I mean,
animals?
well, Cinderella didn't get
Now
big
that you
according to
bring
you.
it up, Charlie.
She has a fairy godmother.
Let's make Django Unchained
bopped
except from
her.
the point of
Baby
view of the
bopped.
mouse.
That sounds so wrong. Say that out of context.
She bibbity bitch. She bibbity bippin. I can't say. She bibbity bitchin' bopped her. There we go.
Bibbidi bitchin' bopped her.
But I'm
Add
just saying,
another
Sleeping
B
Beauty,
word.
Snow White, they're shack sleeping memes. Like the
Oh my god.
evil witch trying to take over my kingdom.
My kingdom.
Sleep.
Witches
Prince kisses
in
me.
my
Real
kingdom?
shit.
So she, as a baby, had a curse put on her by an evil fairy, aka Maleficent, who we
Maleficent.
found out in the live action Maleficent was wronged herself. Though she shouldn't have taken out on a baby. Like, I mean,
not
taken
have.
out on the douche that did that too. Anyway.
Nah, you kick the baby off a bridge. That's what you gotta do.
No. So she
when you
was,
gotta do that, you gotta do
she
that.
was in hiding for most of her life, unaware that she was even a princess. So I'm like, she grew up humble, you know? She didn't grow up all
like
spoiled.
Kendrick Lamar.
She was raised by 3 fairies posing as humans, so that's a little bit weird. Like, you think you know these people.
I think you know a girl.
She has the great debate in her movie between 2 of the fairies on whether or not her dress should be pink or blue. It is usually depicted as pink, but
A great
I like the
debate
blue.
over what color her fucking dress is.
Yeah, it was a wild time.
It's a big debate.
That makes it sound like a big deal.
Yeah.
It was.
It is a big deal.
It's a huge
I mean,
deal.
to like the demographic of little
If you wear the
girls
wrong color,
watching
you just
it,
become the
hell
wrong
yes, it
princess.
So the curse was that when she, on her 16th birthday, so I guess she's 15 for a good portion of it. She turns 16 because on her 16th birthday, she is destined to prick her finger on a spinning wheel,
on a little prick.
and she will fall into a slumber that she will never awake from.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
to try to like
And
solve
everyone
this
else, though.
issue, no, I'm getting to that. To try to bide their time and like figure out a cure, the fairies put the entire village and town and castle to sleep. so that they can like
Shit.
work and do shit while
Damn.
everyone's out of their way. And then she's awoken with true love's kiss from a guy that she met one time.
Dorian, Florian,
No.
Aurorian.
They have the same name.
One of like the super easy prince names, and you can't remember Philip.
Moana.
Philip.
Oh my god. Anyway, so Philip, which she did meet days earlier, but again, one time.
Age difference. What's the age difference? Do we know?
I believe he was 18, so 2-ish years.
Ew, he's like a douchey guy who's dating a girl in high school, like while in college.
That's like
he
all.
would be 18, so he might still be in high school, honey.
Yeah.
They didn't go to high school.
I was in high school
Yeah,
when I was
exactly.
18. I was working in the mines.
You were dating me. You were in high school.
So anyway, I do love her, and like I love like the story, but I like it more that there's like other stories that like built on it. Just going by the cartoon alone, sorry, I'm on my notes, your absolute favorite, but it's kind of boring. She does have a great singing voice, and one of the
Yeah.
best songs.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
I
Really, her
know
story
you.
is more
I
about.
walked with you once upon a dream. It
That's
doesn't
more
sound
a
like
movie
that,
about
but-
the prince than the princess.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's
Yeah.
like wild. Like, when he's like trying to get through like the forest, and just like
Crazy.
scared me. There's
Just like
dragons. It's like Shrek.
There's one dragon.
It's like Shrek.
It's like Shrek. It's Shrek.
Let's just talk
Let's
about
be real.
Shrek.
This is a list about how every Disney princess relates to Shrek.
Question. In Shrek 2, when
All right.
Shrek and Donkey drink the magic potion that turns
Yes.
them and it turns Shrek into a normal handsome man. It turns Fiona
And
back
then they
into
play
a
Funky
person.
Town?
And then Donkey drinks some and turns
He turns
into a
into a
stallion.
stallion.
What the fuck did the dragon turn into?
She
A
stayed a
chicken.
dragon because she was already gorgeous. She was already perfect and gorgeous, so she stayed the same. Also, how did they fuck have those babies?
I don't
Hard.
know.
Hard. It was hard. I imagine.
I want to.
Although I guess.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? I'm not even gonna bring it
All
up.
right,
It was
nope.
a meme. It was a Shrek meme.
But yeah, so I love her. Just she's again asleep for like a good portion. She's not doing much. She isn't. I guess she's brave, but like we don't really get to see her be brave. But like I like that she grew up humble. You know, she didn't grow up thinking that she had all this like these like rights to like just be amazing and shit.
She thought she had free
She just
abs.
was amazing without even like having to be forced to.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, what are the three fairies' names? Do you know?
Dorian, Florian,
Rorian.
Moana.
Do you know?
I know that I know, but I can't think of them.
Flora.
Fauna.
Fluorescent.
Fauna. I actually didn't write them down. so I-
Fauna. A flower.
Oh, I think it would be
Moana.
Flora, Fauna, and,
Merryweather.
and Blackstone.
And it's like Sleeping Beauty. Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna find this out because I didn't realize. Like, I forgot.
Charlie.
Sorry about this silence, real quick.
So is the dragon in Sleeping Beauty a secret tease for Skyrim? Did Todd Howard actually do that to us or not?
I think so.
Hey guys, it's me.
Yeah, you were right. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Good
Yes.
job. Good job.
Fauna means animals.
Flora and Merryweather are the ones who are fighting over the color, by the way. But yeah.
And Merryweather
So again,
is,
I like her.
weapons grade.
Go on.
Oh, we're saying Merryweather is a United States military contracted weapons contract.
So
they
you're
make-
telling me her last
She was
name
also the
means
lead
plant, animal, weapons contractor.
Yeah.
No, so I like it. I don't really have anything bad to say.
It's like the meme with I love all the all the fairies from Sleeping Beauty looks at hands.
Oh, from the
Plant, animal, and weapon contractor.
anyway. So yeah, do you guys like Sleeping Beauty?
I literally always had no opinion.
I like her name
My
more
mom
than
just
I
always
like
loved her so much, and I was always
Her
like,
upbringing
okay.
is respectable,
And her mother's
other than
name
that.
is like Briar Rose.
She's
Briar Rose.
She's
Yeah,
blonde,
Briar
right?
Rose,
She's
and that's
blonde,
who
right?
Maleficent hated.
I would always
That's why
see
she
her-
cursed her baby, and it's like, what the? Why are you cursing babies?
Don't curse babies.
Babies didn't do shit to
Moral
you.
of the story.
I always forget her. Like I always see like a picture of this like blonde princess, and I'm like, who are you?
Who dat?
Aurora.
Aurora.
I like her name and I like her song, but I don't really like
Roro?
her. And I like her,
Roro.
her prince.
That's
He's
what I'm
a
gonna
good
name my
prince.
kid,
Yeah.
Roro.
I'm gonna steal that idea.
Roro.
That's gonna be the name
We're
of my
all gonna
first
have
son.
children named Aurora.
Number
Aurora and yes.
Let's make a
Number
pact here
8.
tonight,
We're gonna
guys.
have to number them.
Ro. The 3 people each have children with names.
here,
Ro.
Nah.
M-O. A-N-A. Do we have enough for that? Yeah, we can each just take a letter.
Okay.
Anyway, so number 8. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Merida. Do this in a Scottish accent.
I
Everybody
can't.
has to speak in a Scottish accent.
You can do that, honey.
I
That sounds like a fun
can't
time for
do that.
you, but not for the rest of us.
That
That's it.
face you
We
just,
all
that
quote
face
that,
you
like,
just gave
video.
me made you look like Donkey from
That's so
Shrek.
nice.
You gave me like the classic like.
I moved my
Even like
eyebrows.
the
Stink
I
now,
moved- I
Lassie.
moved my eyebrows so I look like Donkey
You gave me the
I can.
the classic
can all-
DreamWorks face. Like if you Google DreamWorks face, it'll come up with that one face that all of them make in their posters.
Please stop.
No,
This is
Please end this.
I'll Google it right
So
now.
Merida is one of the first ones to not be inspired by a piece of literature or a real life like story. She just an OG.
She's an original. She's
She
an
an
OG.
OG.
She also
And she's
has the
Pixar.
best hair.
Oh my god, it's
Question.
gorgeous.
Probably
It is beautiful.
like literally the most beautiful curly hair.
I love it.
So,
But it'd be like really hard to
luscious.
maintain, so I don't need that in my life.
That's like-
looks.
Yep.
Look at that. It's the same face in all the posters. They're all just doing that. Eyebrow down.
Shrek doing
Even
it?
Shark Tale.
Even
Even,
Why have you
even
practiced
Shark
that
Tale.
face?
Exactly.
That
I mean,
was-
I mean,
Megamind.
Exactly.
Megamind.
Do you think if you curled your
What a
hair,
movie.
would you
The
have
best
seen?
princess.
Does Megamind count as a Disney princess?
I wish.
That's a hard.
What a
yes.
great. That movie is so good.
One, Megamind
like
is
every
DreamWorks,
movie.
and 2, he's not a princess. Well, that we know of.
I think he's a princess in my heart.
In my heart.
He is a
In our
flamboyant motherfucker, though. This is a really hard accent.
He's an absolute.
Choose
unit.
life. Choose a family. Plain spotting anybody? I'm Ewan
right.
McGregor.
So she's also the first with no love interest whatsoever.
Let's fucking go.
She has people being pushed on her, but she's like, honey.
And then she like shoots the bow. Like
She
okay.
loves their horse.
She's 16. You can identify her by her big red curly hair. There's bears.
No shit.
There's
There's
witches.
bears. I
True.
love bears.
There's wisps. She's Scottish. If you couldn't tell already by Dan.
That movie kind of falls apart like halfway through.
What do you mean?
Like it's like
Can you speak normal now?
no, not till this one's done.
All right, fine. Then let me at least talk. So she's a very free spirit. She's like, I'm 16. I don't want to be fucking married now. Like, who the fuck are you people?
Is it with Disney?
She makes the mistake of making a deal with a witch to get her mother to like change. In her head, she's like, she'll change her mind. No, she changes her mother into a fucking bear and her little brother triplets. They accidentally eat some of it, but they don't go like. They're just really cute.
They are.
They're really adorable. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, guys.
Good fucking god, Jess. Keep it
Anyway,
together.
so she does that, and then, but like her dad like fought like this like
bears.
one bear, more doom, whatever.
Mordoon.
Thank you.
Dude.
And so he's like terrified and like thinks he has to like kill the bears. Then he doesn't know that it's his wife. Merida has to help get her back because they have to like fix
Mend the box.
That
was broken.
yeah. And so she's like, oh, I gotta fix this tapestry that I cut with like a sword. But no, it's like your relationship with your mother. Fucking mend that. Now I want to know, how did the brothers turn back to human? Because
I think she just broke the spell in general.
Yeah, that's what I always.
I'm
figured,
just
like,
saying, like, they were having a fun time as bears. I don't think
They
they.
were-
Oh,
really good
you're
time
asking
bears.
like why did it happen?
No, I'm saying why did they change back? Because like she had to like go through like this whole like emotional like change with her mother, but her brothers were just like, okay,
I
we're
I think
back
it
to
was
being
one
humans.
like it was one cake.
Only
it was
need one
spell,
Okay.
so she
All
broke
right, I
that
see where you're
Yeah.
at. I see where you're at.
Oh, I thought you're asking like why did they change them back?
wasn't
They were
like
having such a good
multiple
time as
cakes.
bears.
Yeah. Reason that she's not higher, she's number 8, is just because like I had already like known like so many of like the other like, Disney princesses before that like when she came up I was like, yeah, it was like good, but like there's so many that,
Not
like for me
revolutionary.
myself it just wasn't as memorable. Though I do think that Disney fucked up because when they like released like the new like images of like all of the Disney princesses, they put her in like the fucking fancy dress that she hated, that she like refused to wear. They made her like
Not
a lot
right.
thinner and shit, and everyone was like, you didn't get the point of that movie, did you, honeys? You made it, and you didn't get the point,
Yeah.
okay?
On
And she's
Disney
like,
advertising.
yeah, but it's just like it's a quality movie, but So I forget a lot of the stuff. I had to like look up quite a bit about
I just
it.
watched it the other day. That's the only reason I remember.
But steel's heavier than feathers. What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? That's right, a kilogram of steel. I mean, that video is it's very funny. It's a good one. It's the Lemmy show.
All right, well, guess what? We're
Go
already
on.
done with Merida.
No, I had to get that in before we finished.
Please.
Whoa, that was really weird. I just blacked
Number
out for a
7,
second,
based
guys.
on a real person, even though her depiction in the film is literally not anywhere near this actual person. Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah.
She's literally. Also,
She was like 12 in real life.
She was 12. She looked at John Smith as like a father figure, not as like a fuck figure.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
Jesus.
was weird. When I learned about that, I'm like,
fuck
my
figure
history
is
They
not
fell in love.
It's a hole in the mouth.
So that's why I wrote she is very loosely based on a real person.
They have the same
Facebook status,
name.
fuck figure.
Pocahontas means playful one.
Dear God.
Oh God!
Dear
Wow.
We know Pocahontas was actually her nickname because it meant playful one. She had a different name. I forgot to write that down. I'm so sorry. I couldn't find the
thought
age
it
of
was-
her in the movie.
Thought this was her fuck figure.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't
what I
find her
always
age
thought.
in the movie for some reason. It just like it wasn't like a big thing. I think she was probably like 16 or 17.
Yeah,
But real life, she was 12.
I thought
when
she
all
was
this happened.
younger, like her.
She was
in real
12
In real life, she was 12.
In real life, she was
What
12.
the
Yeah.
hell?
That's why it was creepy that in the movie they were like, we're gonna have her be in like a relationship with John Smith.
Everyone was like, he was a man and she was a
He
child.
was supposed to be like a father to her, sort
And
of.
also, he has an American accent, even though he's from England.
Yeah. What the?
Come on.
she stops a war with love.
Although some people
talk
think
about
that
that.
our accents
She can
are.
paint with all the colors of the wind.
Sorry.
Go
Do you
ahead.
want? Oh, I was gonna say some people think that American accents
Are
were
actually
actually
English
English. What English accents sounded
And
like
they
in
changed
the
it to sound
1700s.
fancier and
Yeah.
not like us
And they changed
Yankees.
after
people argue that was
we
Shakespeare.
separated from the colony. Like
My
we-
name was created by
we put
Shakespeare.
inspiration.
Cute.
Really?
Jessica.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine
did not know
wasn't.
First appearance was in The Merchant of Venice. In that, well, at least with a Jessica spelling. Before that, it did show up like as like Yeska and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
we
Jessica,
could all
was,
be called-
Jessica was created by William Shakespeare.
We could all be referring to you as Jessica.
Please don't.
No, Yeksa.
Yexa.
Yeska.
Yes.
Can I
I'm
make
sorry.
it stop? Make it stop. Anyway,
I have no control here anymore.
so guys, guess what? She's friends with a raccoon and a hummingbird.
Why is she number
they
one?
They don't speak though. They don't speak back to her.
Okay.
she does talk to a tree.
But
though.
there's a tree. Grandmother
can
Willow
others talk to
fucking
trees?
loved her.
Cinderella.
Nature.
Cinderella could into the woods.
Well, that's because Cinderella's mother was a tree. She was a tree.
Yo, what?
Wow, Charlie.
Okay, Charlie.
Anywho,
Please stop.
so grandmother Willow, it wasn't her actual grandmother. We don't know, but that's what she called her.
Pocahontas was actually part
And
tree
she gave her
confirmed.
like confusing metaphors and stuff. And it's like, just tell her what she needs to know.
True.
Stop going on with the metaphors. And also, the tree thought that John Smith was hot.
That tree
Well,
did
she
think
did.
that was on.
She did.
She's like, that was a hot man.
But so Pocahontas, Pocahontas wanted to be
What
very
is a
independent.
blue
She wanted to
corn
choose her own path in life, but she also felt the need to stick with like what her father wanted for her to
Charlie
take
wants
over.
to know what a blue corn moon
What is a
is.
blue corn moon?
It's a, I actually found this
Is it
out
that
one
actual
time.
thing?
Yeah,
It's
it
like
is.
it's when the moon looks like a certain type
know
of
how
way.
It looks like a blue corn.
You know how they have like certain like phases and things,
Yeah.
like not
That's
like
like-
monthly and such, where it's like a corn moon or something. It's just
Yeah.
like a blue.
It's just- it was just like a way to refer to it.
dream where you want to improve you so much you could do anything.
The metal version.
One of the
that is
reasons
so great.
why she isn't higher is because one of my sisters was so obsessed with Pocahontas when she was little. She would like dance around like the dining room table just singing the songs over and over and over. So I think as like a child in my head I was like, shut up, just shut up, just shut up, just shut up. So Pocahontas can't be higher for me because it sometimes just gives me a little bit of rage. But I can jam to the music.
Here's the
but
story.
then I get
Yeah,
angry
jam to the
afterwards.
Do you guys want the story behind Blue Corn Moon?
Sure.
So apparently Judy Kuhn, who played Pocahontas, you haven't been saying who's been playing these women,
Because
which
I'm
I
not talking
feel
about
like
the
is a
real
very
life.
important
It's okay.
aspect to their character.
okay. But
People
a lot
can
of them
look it
have
up if
two
they
different
want.
voices too.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She-
So am I talking about the
Speaking
singing or the
singing.
speaking?
The title of
lot of
this
people
article
shut
is Pocahontas singer, quote, I have no idea what a blue corn moon is. And it's because Stephen Schwartz invented the phrase. It has,
Oh,
it has no
Really?
real
I know
meaning.
like a corn moon. Is
Steven-
What was he just like? You know what? I think Native
What's the
Americans
reason to
would
that?
call the moon this at one phase. Is that what he was thinking?
They're definitely
When asked, Stephen Schwartz said, I feel somewhat guilty to have to tell you the phrase blue corn moon has no actual meaning in Indian
Doesn't
lore.
mean shit.
I made it up because I like the sound of it.
I mean, it does work with the song.
It does.
But I also like just around
Good
the
job,
river bend.
Steven.
Ooh. Because I was always like, she's gonna fall off the
Beyond
canoe.
the
Stop. She was going too fast.
Far too fast.
And then when she dives off the fucking cliff, I was like, no! Stop.
Jesus, you just did a huge audio spike.
I mean, look at all of the audio spikes.
Yeah, someone's gonna go deaf listening to this.
Can't wait.
It's probably me. Like
I feel bad that
screaming.
Avery isn't here. She would have loved to be in this. But Avery, you're gonna get to listen to this when you're back at school.
Yeah.
Hi, Avery.
Hi.
Hi, Avery.
Anyways,
We're gonna
yeah.
see you in a few hours.
Yeah.
Yes, so there's a war brewing between the
Colonists.
colonists.
How topical.
I was gonna say the
How very
assholes.
topical.
And the natives, and like I said, she stops it with love
Which is not
because they were gonna
real
kill John
story.
Smith, and she
No,
throws herself on top of
in the
it.
slightest,
And then the
bro.
asshole mayor, governor, whatever, is like, "No, keep fighting."
Does
And
that
they're all
dude
like,
die?
"Man, no." I think he just gets like left there, maybe. So I'm assuming good.
Wait, question. Is there a Pocahontas 2? There's a Pocahontas.
There's a book on
2.
this too that I've never seen.
I've never
guess
seen
what?
it.
Does she
either.
go to
Christian Bale is
think
in
so.
it.
Really?
I think she like
Does
comes
she go to England? Yeah, because that.
He plays Christian Bale plays the guy that she actually married in real life. I forget his, and they get married in the
closer in
movie.
age.
Yeah,
Wait, she doesn't marry John Smith
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
movie.
no.
I mean,
Mr. Christian, I want you off the fucking set, Bale. Have you listened to that when he
Never.
freaked out at someone on the
Never.
Terminator Salvation set
No.
and someone was recording it because this guy
Never.
walked through a
I don't
shot
care enough
apparently and it distracted Christian Bale. So, this auteur movie Terminator Salvation had one shot ruined in it, and he just like is going off on this guy about it. He's like, you came in here, you're looking at your lights, you go da, 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 da. It's so unprofessional, I want you off the fucking set, dude.
What
It's
accent
so
are you
bad.
doing?
That's how he sounded, because he was like in the middle of his regular English
Scientology, am I
accent.
right?
What? Christian Bale?
Oh shit, I was thinking of Tom Cruise. I am so sorry for that, Christian Bale. But also, like, stop.
It was like in the middle of
I
his
thought- I
American
get those
accent
two
for the movie
confused.
and his actual Welsh
They look
English
like the same
accent.
person, don't they?
It's called Pocahontas 2 Journey to a New
do.
World.
Okay. Anyway,
Wait, but if they're going to England,
It's a new world for her.
Come on!
Whole new world. Oh wait, wrong princess.
she'll get there.
Oh,
We
wait.
in there? Good.
Wait, no, he didn't.
Brett.
He didn't play. Christian Bale was in that movie, The New World, which was an adaptation of Pocahontas, and he played her husband in that one. I'm so sorry.
So confusing.
I'm so sorry. The guy who plays
need
her
to
real
kill
life
this.
husband was played by Billy Zane in the animated movie.
Who the hell
God,
is
Billy
Billy Zane?
And it
I
does.
just think of Zoolander with
It does not
Billy
have
Zane.
Mel Gibson in this one.
Just Billy Zane. You shut your mouth.
It has Donald Gibson, who I think might be Mel Gibson's brother.
Wow.
Why are there so many like
Mel, let us know.
second?
Hey Mel, give me a call. Let me know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
LMK.
All right, you ready?
Yes, Mel
Next.
Gibson's little brother plays John Smith in the sequel.
That's actually kind of. Wait, so they're
Next.
two different actors?
Yeah.
Next, we got a cricket. We got a dragon. We got the Huns. We got Fa Mulan.
That's her name? Fa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fa Mulan.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's
Her
go.
name is Fa Mulan. And well,
Wait, what
it's-
number is
Sorry,
this? What
Mulan,
number is
based on the Chinese poem Fa Mulan.
Like 7-ish?
7-ish?
It was called the Ballad of Mulan, where she is referred to as Fa Mulan in the original poem.
Nice.
No French in that, so I can say it.
Exactly.
There is Chinese, though.
So she, based on,
Ni hao, bitch.
she impersonates a man to take her father's place in the war.
Okay, look.
What?
I love this movie, but there is a gaping plot hole in it where she goes to this camp.
I know.
To
He
try-
would have been turned away anyway because he was.
I was trying to explain it. She goes to this camp to train. She's not doing well. So he's like, you're going to get sent home. And then she's like, fuck, I got to do well. And then But that
think
makes
about
no
it.
sense because if her dad was sent and the reason that she took her dad's place is because he was elderly and wouldn't have been able to keep up with it, he would have been turned away almost immediately and
Because
they
he
would have
had
been
an
like, we
injury.
don't need you
He had a
anymore.
limp.
Wait.
And
Pain.
Wait
so
a-
the
wait
whole
a-
movie is
Hey,
kind of pointless.
leave
in that
her
sense.
alone.
It worked out in the
doing her
end.
best.
Oh, it worked out in the end.
She is
yeah.
on the list not because she was born royal or married a royal, but because she performed an act of heroism by saving China.
And then she
Hell,
kind of
all
becomes
of China.
royal-ish by
Yeah, I guess
marrying a
you
general.
could say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a second
She
one.
rubs
There is.
elbows with
I
them.
haven't
We watched it in
One.
Spanish.
He like dies in the second one briefly and then comes
What?
back.
You think he's dead? He like
Yeah.
falls
Okay.
off a cliff or something.
That's a classic Disney death.
Especially like Disney CPR, and I was like,
Yeah, that's such like a good like cop out. Just have him throw him off a cliff, and then if you want,
Maybe
if
he'll
you,
come back.
If you want a
He
sequel,
might.
maybe he'll come back. We don't know.
He
if
could
died.
come back. I
We
don't
don't know if
know.
he died.
Does that mean Gamora might be coming back?
So she goes by
I-
Ping, the great name Ping, while she's disguised as a man,
Ping.
and Shang falls in love with her as Ping, and still loves her afterwards. So
Is he gay?
go Disney.
Go
All right.
Disney.
Is he
And when was this?
bisexual?
When was this? When was this?
Is he
Oh,
bi?
shit, I
Mulan.
forgot.
He's bi.
Yeah, Mulan.
That's like early 2000. No, is that
no, that's in
90s?
the
90s?
nine.
90s. It was 90s.
90.
I like
5 or
some
96.
for some of them. I like wrote down like the year of like
94.
the original
I wouldn't
story.
remember.
That's
I
good
didn't-
for Disney.
I didn't
Good
do like
for
the
them.
time for all because I was just kind of like I
think that was
specifically wanted to know when
What?
Snow White happened because it was hella old.
making
Same with
Mulan-
Cinderella,
or
like the original story.
making the guy fall in love with Mulan as Pang.
I thought
No.
it was
That was
98.
intentional.
98
I
shit.
don't think so.
Well, you know, because
Well,
the good thing about Mulan is
purpose.
you got the Szechuan
Probably
sauce.
not.
The Szechuan sauce.
This is Disney.
She-
They're progressive when
she
it's like
has
fashionable.
to help her in her journey. She has Mushu because he accidentally destroys
My guy.
the great dragon-like statue, so he has to go in its place
Lovely.
so he can be back with the ancestors. Eddie.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
It's
Eddie Murphy.
Good.
It's
Who
Donkey.
also plays
I know.
Donkey.
I just got scared for a
It all
second. I was
goes
like,
back
wait,
to
is
Shrek.
it Eddie Murphy?
Wait.
Eddie Murphy.
So he fucks a dragon and he was a dragon.
That's why.
That's why
it makes sense.
Eddie Murphy has dragon in his blood.
What a career.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They're fighting the Huns, and let me just say, I know this has nothing to do with the actual person, like Mulan. I was thinking of Moana again, and it just kind of.
Maluna.
It always goes back to Moana.
And the scene when the Huns like pop out of the snow when they're popping up like daisies, it scared me every time. Like the first like fist just like popped up out the snow. I was always like, oh shit, fuck.
That's good music. Like
It
even
does
though I
a
haven't seen that movie that
beautiful
much,
music. Yola's
I always
awesome
remember that the Hun music for that movie.
Yeah.
It
was scary.
It was good.
She ends up defeating Shan
Good.
Yu.
Shan Yu.
Shan Yu.
Yeah.
Shan Mi,
Um,
Shan Yu.
By shooting a fucking like firework at him. Wild
explodes.
time, am I right? And then the fireworks all go off. So I'm like, there's bits of
You know-
him probably falling down
Yeah, that's a really messy
Onto the
death.
crowd.
That's pretty cute.
onto the crowd.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
There's an amazing moment when it's like, okay, so she was dressed as a man for
Just
like most
the
of the
girly
movie,
thing.
and then her pals dress as women. And I was like, wow, I love it. Everyone's just taking risks with their fashion in this movie. I love it. It's a great time. And they all just look fabulous.
They do.
But the one still like has like all like the makeup on his face, but he still has his mustache and beard. And it's like, sir, you're not fooling me.
You're not fooling anyone.
Not at all. But I loved the three friends in it. They were just great.
They were
A Girl Worth
fantastic.
Fighting For is such
Oh wow,
a great
you love
song.
the Three Friends
Yep.
and their top 5 greatest hits.
Stop. So yeah, she saved China. That is why she's considered a Disney princess. Because, if you save a country, you're a princess. Naturally.
Wait, I have a
Yes.
question.
Take me a Thermopolis.
You know who saved a whole ton of
Yeah.
islands?
A million minionettes.
Princess of
Moana.
Wait, I have a question.
Stop.
I have a question.
No.
Is Esmeralda allowed to be on this list?
She actually was briefly for a time considered a Disney princess, and then they were like, no, she's
There's
not
like
a
no
princess at
royalty
all.
in that movie at all.
No, royalty, but
there's-
so like Loki Hera was.
Yeah, but she
kinda-
was briefly on it, and then they took her away.
That's,
What about Megara? She gives her
Nope.
life to save all of Greece.
Nope.
that's strange.
Tinkerbell was on the list at one point,
Wow. Yeah.
Tinkerbell also gives her life at one point, I feel.
but then she's okay.
I
maybe.
do believe in
But
fairies.
the reason that she
I
was
do.
taken off is
I
because
do.
there's an entire series of movies about Tinkerbell and like her friends. Now they're all on Netflix. I've seen them all because I babysit. And so that's kind of like her own tier. She doesn't need to be on the princess list
Damn,
anymore.
she's
Disney princess.
outgrown it.
Is it
Yeah.
only like Disney but no like collabs? Could you technically like deem like
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Merit is a Pixar one, but Disney
Yeah,
owns
yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah.
So Pixar princesses can be
Oh yeah.
Are there any other Pixar princesses?
Vanellope
Pixar princess.
von
She's
Schweetz.
not
Yeah.
Pixar. That's just Disney animation.
Yeah.
What?
The
Wreck-It
I don't
Ralph
know
isn't.
then. Then I don't know. Are there any other
the old
Pixar
guy. The old
princesses?
guy's wife from.
Oh, any in Toy Story? Oh, Princess Leia, I guess.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
Could you consider like I was
She's
saying?
technically a
Could
Disney
you
princess.
consider like Star
Well,
Wars?
now that Disney
or like
owns
what
it.
about what
so
about
she's-
like are there any like royalty in like Marvel movies? Like
I
is
thought you were about
that?
to say Mario, so I was like, Peach?
I guess you could say that Thor is a Disney
Daisy?
prince now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, and King. Spoilers.
Yeah.
What? What? Wait, so does that mean that his sister was a princess? Disney princess?
Does that
Yes,
make her?
Helen
Oh my
was a
god,
Disney
Hella,
princess.
I love you. Join my list.
Yeah.
You were so great, honey. You did amazing.
Wait, so to be a Disney princess, it's any of those qualifications like that or this or that and this.
I think you need
All of them.
Although does
she
Helen
does not
count?
do
She's a
heroism.
god.
There's no heroism involved.
She thought she was.
Actually, true. She thought she was.
She thought.
There is an
thought-
important message about imperialism and the dangers of colonialism in that movie.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a poignant
So Milan was
critique.
brave, and she was amazing, and I love all the
So
music
why
in
isn't
that
she
movie.
number one?
That is
Why isn't she number one? Because there are other people that I love more. So sorry.
That's why we're on like what
there's a
6
lot
now?
of love
That
in
was
this
number
list.
6. There's still 5 to go.
It's cool.
Number 5. She a genie in a bottle, baby.
Oh god,
It's
here
Jasmine.
we are.
I'm like, it's the genie.
Jasmine, actually, you're not on this list. It is the genie. No.
It's
I'm your
Robin Williams is a Disney princess, everybody.
Okay, so
It's
she
Robin
is loosely
Williams.
based on Princess Badrul Badour. That's how
Okay.
it was pronounced on like the thing and had like the pronunciation from Aladdin and His Wonderful Lamp from 1001 Nights. Sorry, that was like a lot.
Words.
She
Aladdin.
wants her independence. She wants to get married when she wants to. She has a pet tiger that fucks up the princes that try to court her. I love it. And also, like, quick side note about this movie, when he, like, does bite the one guy's ass, he's wearing, like, boxer shorts.
Yeah, they invented them
They invented them?
just for that movie.
Just,
Exactly,
okay.
yes.
I was just like,
Exactly.
doesn't add up
Have
exactly.
you guys seen?
They
Have you
actually
guys
traveled
seen?
back in time to invent boxers.
This ain't it,
early.
Chief. This ain't
Have you
it.
guys seen? Have you guys seen the?
It's all a government conspiracy,
Star Kid
guys.
production Twisted.
Boxers
Yes.
are
So good.
I've seen every Star Kid
Fox
production.
Arabian
Let's go.
invention
We
dating
can
back
watch
to
them
like the
later.
year
Twisted is the
1000.
best one, especially the song Twisted where all of the Disney villains come
Yeah.
out and they're like, I only wanted this, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
good.
That is
good.
a
back
good-
up. Oh, it's great. But anyway,
Good one.
so she wanted
Or Alonzo
her independence.
Fuckboy,
She wanted the
yeah.
right to marry who she wanted, when she wanted. She doesn't like say that she doesn't want to be like a royal at any point. So like I think she's still okay with that. But she just like wants to have like her own choice. She does want to just like go out of like the cast of like a common person, but I don't think she realizes like if you don't have like money, like I'm
She's
sorry,
got
you're
an
just gonna
ivory
be
tower,
homeless.
man.
Like honey, you don't understand what it's like. You tried to take an apple, you stole. You really don't understand how the world works because you just straight up stole the second you got out there. What the fuck?
It makes you wonder where the expression "living in an ivory tower" comes from.
Exactly. Anyway, so she meets a boy Aladdin, who steals everything.
Aladdin is a
He
chief.
just steals everything.
Aladdin's a what?
Aladdin's a chief.
And he has
Yeah,
and he has
he's
a
a
monkey.
chief.
This is it. Chief.
This is it, Chief.
This is it, chief.
He's a straight homie. Although I do like the interpretation of him being a fuckboy.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
I
that's
do
pretty funny.
like that she
It
does get
Because
quite angry at
he
him.
totally is.
I like that she actually does get angry at him when she discovers that he was lying about who he was. She did get angry. She wasn't just like, funny
It's okay.
you. She was a little bit pissed. So I'm like, good for you.
should, yeah.
Good. But then also like he lied about his identity like twice to her. And I'm like,
That's
honey,
cute. No, that's really
run. Run. And he
Aladdin
doesn't
has-
have nipples.
Is wanted by
True.
the US
That's the biggest
And like
red
his like
flag.
thing is like out to here and there's just no
He's
nipple in
got pecs
sight.
but no nipples.
That long
None in
no
sight.
nipple having ass bitch.
But anyway, so she's just like, I like her. She
Wow.
independent. Stop. She helps to trick like
protects.
she makes Jafar think that she wants to be like all up in his business to like
Jafar.
help like
Jaclose.
Aladdin like get the genie back. Like she goes far to get girl.
She goes Jafar.
She goes Jafar. She like has to like actually like, flirt with him and she like twirls his like beard and as like a child I remember always being like Jasmine, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I like that.
Please.
Very much.
Her dad is a little bit useless as a sultan. He's
Yeah.
kind of an idiot.
He's kind of an idiot.
just kind of
I remember it
chubby
being
and
funny.
chubby.
Oh no, the best part of that movie though is Stan's petting my arm. Is when Jafar is like using like his like staff to like mind control him, and he's like listening to everything. But the second that he's like to marry me, he's like, "But you're so old!" Like he snaps out of it because he's like, "Yeah, you're too old for her, honey. No. That's like the one good thing that her father did. But really, he was kind of useless as a sultan. He didn't do shit. He did not do shit.
Nope.
But yeah,
I remember being funny.
But I just thought Jasmine was really cool. I always liked her. What do you guys think of her?
She's a good one.
Hot.
But she was one of those like Halloween costumes that parents don't like. Her outfit's too sexy for like.
Yes,
Yeah, I was gonna say-
the
She was gonna.
Yeah. I mean, when I was like 3, I think I was
She
dressed
was,
as a genie.
Oh, jeez.
You know, a cartoon crush of mine as a young lad.
Excuse me, guys. Did she
Jasmine.
awaken you?
No.
Oh, mine was Dimitri.
She's definitely a crush. She definitely didn't awaken. Yeah, I agree.
Who was it? Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne.
Made Marion or like Nala. He said
What a
was
hot
like
frog.
his like sexual awakening.
No, it was
They were like,
it was,
what?
It was
It was an
Andrew
animal.
Garfield was Nala from
But Eddie. Oh, it was Andrew Garfield. How did I confuse him and Eddie Redmayne? They're both
Both
beautiful.
English.
They are both
Both
beautiful.
beautiful.
Precious. But yeah, so like, Dimitri. Who was yours?
what? I don't know.
There was never like a movie where you were just like, that one.
Maid Marian.
Love
from
you.
Robin.
Maid Marian.
I'm a furry.
Oh, all right. At least he's honest about it.
Yeah.
Glad you said that because
That out in the air.
we got
Robin
some
Hood.
bestiality coming up with Belle.
Number 4.
Literally, my second
Wow.
bullet point is just bestiality.
Expert timing.
I have to
Dan.
run to the bathroom. You start on Belle though.
Okay, so Belle, she's 17 years old, so again considered one of the older ones. She was based off of a French fairy tale called La Belle et la Bête.
La Belle et la Bête.
Thanks. I took Spanish, guys.
That's okay.
We all took French.
We all
It
took
means
French except you.
Belle
Yeah.
means beauty, guys.
That means
Oh,
beast.
Shock. Beauty and the Beast, anyway.
Dear God, look at that like spam of volume.
Guys, I love it.
Anyone-
She loves her
Professor.
books.
Yeah.
She's smart. She kind. She loves
loyal.
her books.
She loves books.
She was my favorite princess as a child.
I loved her dress, but also it was a little bit too
Ooh,
extra
I'm
for
also
me.
gonna.
La Belle et la Bête reminds
Yes.
me of that one
I couldn't
rap
say it, so
song
Charlie
in
helped
French. La Belle et la Bête boy.
Dan just almost
remember that
knocked
song?
my phone off the table.
Well,
So she, even if she didn't marry into royalty, I would say that she would still be considered because she literally trades her life for her father's life of
Brave.
imprisonment. And I'm like, okay,
She gives up the rest of her
Her youth.
40 plus years
for his 12.
maybe 5 to 10.
3,
That's-
take it or
that's,
leave it.
Yeah, for Maurice. Oh, side note, guys. In elementary school, Dan played Maurice in the musical.
The Beauty and the Beast.
Who did you
musical,
play,
yes, I
Kayleigh?
did.
I was backstage.
Nice. Were you in it?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then me and Charlie wouldn't have been in
So
that because it was a different time.
Fifth grade? Yeah, fifth
Yes, because in my 6th grade, that's when we did The King and I, and you guys were all chorus.
grade. This was fifth grade.
Yep. Anyway. Sorry. So yeah, so she trades her life for her father's. She doesn't really talk to animals in this, but she does talk to inanimate objects
And they
that
took
were given. I mean, like, they're people, but
I mean,
It's a
the dude's-
candlestick.
The dude's like a bear man.
Yeah,
thing
he's an
for
animal.
like half the time.
bestiality. No, I'm saying, oh, no, but okay. Are we counting as that as like
He is
talking
an
to animals?
Yeah, he
He's a talking
technically
animal.
was.
She wanted to fuck it.
But he was also.
She literally says like,
he was a
"Oh,
man.
there might be something there that wasn't there before," and I'm like, "Yeah, a big, like,
Big red
hairy
rocket dick.
Wow, a big hairy dick that wasn't there before. He was the beast." And what did they say in Starkid? Like a buffalo monster or something.
What the fuck?
A strange buffalo pig man.
No, and then he just goes like, "A buffalo monster."
Are you sure she would live after taking that?
Yeah, see, I'm thinking they waited until he was human again. Because
We think.
hope so.
We believe.
I hope.
hope.
She was a tiny lady. But again,
Pedro
17,
era,
she was
right?
considered one of the
Possibly.
Yeah.
she was considered one of the older Disney princesses.
How old was she?
17. Because there's a good portion that are like 15 to 16, and then there's
This is,
It's 16.
And then, like,
16 is like
no,
the
wait,
magic
it
age
was
for
14.
Disney.
Yeah.
this is
What?
also pre 9/11. This movie came out.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
How is 9/11 such a landmark?
It's in Dan's life. It is.
How have we returned to 9/11?
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, the real
you
questions.
Why?
When you walk in the room, I think about George Bush and steel beams.
It just happens. I just give those vibes off, man.
So, there was a curse put on the castle and all of its inhabitants, including the prince. The prince was turned into a beast while everyone else was turned into fucking
The
furniture.
conveniently named inhabitants.
Yeah.
Lumiere and Cogsworth and
Mrs. Potts. Chip was her son's name.
Linguini.
Take it away, Penny.
Wait. Is Ratatouille Disney? Is that just Pixar?
Yes, that's Disney Pixar.
Are there any female characters in Ratatouille?
Wait, why the fuck isn't the rat from Ratatouille on your list?
Yeah, come on.
You
Why
mean-
is it Remy? Why is it Remy? on the list?
Remy,
Played by Patton
but it's
Oswalt.
not Remy from
Remington?
X-Men.
What?
Who?
Remington.
What's his name with the cards?
Remy LeBeau.
Thank you.
Wait, does that make
Gambit.
Linguini?
Taylor Kish.
That makes Linguini a Disney
Princess. Yes.
Oh,
Who's Linguini?
Linguini?
He's the guy with the red hair.
Linguini
like, one-
Alfredo?
Oh.
His actual name, Linguini Alfredo.
You know what? I know
reminds
someone
me-
named Alfredo.
That reminds me of the musical,
Humphrey Frey.
the Queen musical, We Will Rock You, where the main character's name is Galileo Figaro, and it's like, okay, come on, man.
There's a character named Bismillah.
Bismillah. The villain's name is Killer Queen. It's pretty on the nose.
Okay.
I don't know what you're
Great.
talking about.
But so Belle,
You
she's
never-
number
you ever
4,
seen
so
that
she's
show?
like
No, I
she's
know,
up
I know,
there
I know.
for me.
Yeah.
But I just happen to love the other 3 a little bit more than her. I do think that had a great, like the newest adaptation is good too. They
her
added
name?
some more songs.
Watson.
Emma Watson,
Emma Watson, yeah, so
Hermione.
good.
They added new songs, but again, I'm judging on the cartoon. So
Yeah.
even though I did love a lot of the new songs,
Something that-
and
Emma
Dan
Watson's
Stevens
singing
did
would be
great,
interesting.
and that fucking
Emma
growl that
Watson?
he gives at the end.
Auto-tune.
There were so many
That was my
people.
only
Like, it's like, tell me what's
critique.
divided. It was like, oh my god, like that growl. While half it was like, oh my god, that growl. Like, what the fuck was that? I hated it. I'm on the what the fuck was that side of things. What about you, Kayleigh?
the fuck
I'm
was
on
that?
the same side. I was
Your
like,
sister has
okay.
This shit out.
Where's my-
No thanks, don't mind
Hold on.
me. I would just
Okay,
pack
sorry.
up my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please.
What are you doing?
He was doing the, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Oh, I've
I
never
don't
heard
really
the
care.
entire thing.
You've never heard the fuck
like,
better fuck this shit on
out. That's usually where I hear it too.
That's,
Yeah,
you have
that's
to do it.
And it's
Yep.
usually like a child like diving over a fence or something.
That's the guy. That's the kid that goes like does like the that dance.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. It's,
There's also the kid that like jumps into a trash can and it starts like scooting
I
down.
do love that one.
Yep.
Oh, and you say that though, but
was a
like he's caused like an
perpetual
uproar.
Roy-
Yeah, of
Roy Purdy.
Roy Purdy, legend. But he's also like caused like a stream. Like so many white boys. Just,
That's
yeah,
the
I know.
Fortnite. It's a
the
Fortnite,
Fortnite dance now.
Are you telling me that I love a video that he's doing the Fortnite dancing?
Well, he started
I
the
just love
Fortnite
that
dance.
when you only got 16. And then just like,
That's kind of like it's the Orange
it's
Justice
the Orange
dance.
Justice. Yeah.
oh god.
Dear God, how do we turn to
Top 10
Fortnite?
Fortnite dances.
No.
No thanks.
Number 1, default.
Okay.
If you can
Number
aggressively
3.
do the
Number
default
3
dance.
is a girl who there's no way that is her natural hair color.
Moana.
No. Ariel.
Ariel.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the words of Jenna Marbles, that shit came from a box, bitch.
yeah.
Yeah, I never even thought of that.
Why is her hair so red? Like it's a fire
Because it was gonna be blonde,
It
but
was
that
the
didn't.
only-
I know,
show
because
up.
in the original book of Little Mermaid, which I own, she's blonde. There's more murder or attempted murder. There's foam, suicide. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot darker. It's based off. She's 16. It's based off the Danish fairy tale.
It's also Brothers Grimm.
Den
No, it's Hans
Lily
Christian Andersen.
Hafru.
What?
Den Lily Hafru.
Nice. It's Hans Christian Andersen, not Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
I got
I
that
didn't
wrong.
say Brothers
Yeah,
Grimm.
I said Brothers Grimm. I was
Yeah.
correcting myself.
And in his, the original one was a lot darker.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
In order to, instead of like, if she didn't fall in love, she would be like Ursula's slave. The way to get out of it was she had to murder the prince and his fiance.
Holy shit.
Oof.
But she was like, I can't. So she dove into the ocean, turned into sea foam.
Well, because the moral of the story was don't
Wow.
change yourself for others. Be who you want to be.
She
You
pops
wanna
out
be a
that fish
co-hanger?
tail
And
now
then
and then.
she did.
Not
change
gonna lie, this
herself
one
and
actually
she
has
turned
a
into
pretty
seafoam.
a pretty solid sequel.
If you
Dan has
wanna-
seen the sequel more than he's seen the
Yeah. If
original.
you want to be a dog,
Have it.
woof, you know.
Stop. You know what sequel?
I don't need a degree to be a clothing
one?
hanger.
Hunchback.
I've never seen the
Hunchback,
sequel.
yeah.
All
This
right,
Hunchback sequel, dear
sorry.
God.
So she wants her freedom, like every single other Disney princess. I mean, everyone wants freedom. She's the youngest daughter of King Triton, so
How
she
old
is.
we talking?
What? She's 16. I already said it. So she was already a
we go
princess,
again.
and yes, she does marry a royal. So she had like 2 of like the what you got to be like royal because she was born and she married into it.
Ladies and
And she's
gentlemen,
humanoid.
we
We
got him.
So she collected like human objects. Her dad did not like that. They stayed in her grotto. She fell in love with a prince that she saw one time on a boat, and then his
How old
statue
is
fell
he?
into the water, and she kept that. 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Prince Eric, another pretty normal name.
He looks 32.
He looks way older than 18.
He has a dog. The dog is the best
It's a
character.
sheepdog.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got Sebastian.
Is she
we
the
got
first-
Flounder. We got
is-
Scuttle.
Is she the first and
Only Seagull I'll like.
Disney princess to have a nude scene?
No, Cinderella when she's taking her bath that she's forcing the birds to give her.
True.
Oh.
You know.
So she's the second to have a
Later,
nude
you
scene. And I don't think any have had one since. There might be one in Frozen.
Wait, are you like looking up like, show me that Disney princess nude scene? Show me that cartoon titty. Is that what
Yes.
you're looking up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
That cartoon titty.
Rule 34.
Oh, she falls for a human prince that she
It's
never
a prince?
spoken to. Yeah, he's a
Or
prince.
is he a sailor?
He's a prince.
Sailor
Prince.
boy.
He's a prince.
He's
Okay.
Prince.
But like her, he kind of wants to be free.
That's why he's Prince Eric.
It's a
He
little
wants
bit.
fins.
He's. Oh my god! I forgot. We should have Aida and Amneris on this list.
They're Disney princesses.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I.e.
You were a Disney prince, honey.
I was, briefly, for a time.
For a moment.
So she
For a
sells
brief
her
glimpse
voice
in time.
to get some fucking toes. And the legs
Hand
attached.
me your
She sells her
toes.
voice to get human legs.
That was a weird way to phrase that, though.
But it is to get toes.
Sorry, I'm showing Jess a meme right now, so I'll just talk
Yeah.
during it.
It's a good
Why
one.
would
It's an
you-
Ariana
why would-
Grande Doctor Who mashup.
That just sounds so weird out of context. Like, why would anybody just want toes?
No, I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to make it sound weird, and I guess I did.
What if we didn't
Yeah.
have toes? What if we just had flat?
No.
That'd be crazy. What's
That'd
the
be kinda
point?
weird.
What is the point of toes?
To keep you
Balance.
Balance.
Without your big toe, you have really fucked up balance.
Same.
So if
Little toe.
what if you like?
Yeah.
So if you just
Wait,
cut off
but Phil
all the middle
Dunphy
ones?
in Phil of the Future, they didn't have pinky toes because in the future they were rendered like useless and they just adapted.
His name is
over time.
Dunphy, like Modern Family, the Dunphys. Like, isn't that the main character? Isn't it Phil Dunphy in the Modern Family?
Phil
as well?
Diffie. Phil Diffie. Oh my god. I just hit
No,
myself on
little
the head.
toes are really important for
Yeah.
balance.
Well, they got rid of them, and in the episode where they had to do tomato smashing on like a field trip, he was like, "Oh God, I don't have a pinky toe." When I'm like, you could just say that you were like born without the pinky toes. You
Yeah,
don't have-
or like you
Just 'cause
lost
you're-
it in an
yeah.
accident or
I
something.
mean, both feet though.
Lost him in
I
an
lost both
accident.
of my pinky toes in one
I tried to
accident.
go through a really tight space.
Yeah.
I just had to go.
But also, like, they went to the trouble of making like fake pinky toes. Anyway,
Who's next?
I'm not done with Ariel.
Oh. Okay.
So she sells her voice to the sea witch Ursula.
Urchin.
Ursula.
I stepped on a
Ursula.
section when I was a little kid and it hurt like a motherfucker.
She's a sea witch.
I
You
stepped on
stepped on
not-
Ursula. You stepped on Ursula.
I stepped on
She's
Ursula.
she's an octopus witch.
You stepped on Ursula.
You stepped on Ursula.
So she takes her voice as like payment or whatever, but really she's like gonna somehow
Oh my
use
God.
it to take over the
I don't know
ocean.
about you guys, but I've seen this
King
like
Triton.
I've seen this as a show several times, like in an in real life show. It's always so cringy for when that part comes out. It's always just like
Oh, like,
Like,
oh,
on
like
the
a stage.
on the stage,
I was like, what are you
oh
doing?
no, like, I'm like the
I felt the cringe.
like on like stage productions when
Yeah.
they try to
Oh,
sing
yeah.
and nothing comes out. It's just,
What if they like accidentally make a noise? And I'm just like, oh.
oh, it didn't completely work.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies. It's I forgot. I think the phrase is like a post-it note movie where the whole plot could have been avoided with a post-it note if she just wrote on a post-it note, "I lost my voice. We need to fall in love to get it back," and just give it to
You
him.
can't fall in love if you're told that you have
Or
to.
kiss me and I'll get it back.
do you
But I
know
mean,
how
she's
much
lived
tension there
underwater
was
for
in
like
the
how
song
many
Kiss
years?
the
though?
Girl?
So, like,
It was like, just do it!
Right.
Do they communicate?
Another one,
it!
Romeo and
Kiss the
Juliet.
girl. And
Write
then
that shit on a post-it
the
note.
fucking
Post it on Romeo's
eels
fridge.
fucked that up.
Juliet faked her death. Right there.
Bye. Anyway,
Bye.
so yeah,
Because
Ariel I
people
always
just had
loved
fridges
because
back in the
redhead,
1600s, right?
swimming.
I'm talking about the 90s one.
I was the youngest.
Oh,
she was
the
the
90s
youngest
one.
You know,
That's something else.
loved
have
it
a lot
all.
of siblings. She
Loved
has
it
a lot
all.
of siblings.
Loved it all. But she only had sisters. She had like 12 sisters. There were like 10 of them total. Say that you love me.
They're supposed to be like the seven seas.
Kill me.
Kill me.
Also, you never find out what happened to her mother.
No.
Also, wait, I think
Fishing
Mulan is the
accident.
only one with her mom. No, Mulan, Merida, they both have their moms. Moana, but she's not on
Finding
this list.
Nemo.
She's not on this list.
Fi-
No, I'm saying
Nemo's mom's
I'm
dead.
saying who have their moms. So far on this list, it's been
What did he say?
I just
Said
said Finding
Finding
Nemo.
Nemo.
I thought you said no.
Dory.
That's what I'm explaining. That's what I'm trying to explain her mom's death. The same.
Hold on, wait, real quick. I'm just gonna go back so far and see. So
I got one.
Merida had a mom, and Mulan. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a theme in Disney movies for the mother and or both parents to die. Cinderella, you had in some versions like the dad is like alive for like the beginning and then when he dies, like in Ella Enchanted,
And the
but he doesn't
Cinderella
die in that,
story.
even though that's a
Frozen.
Cinderella movie.
Frozen.
No, they didn't immediately die. They crashed on an island and had Tarzan.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've heard that theory.
It's been
before.
confirmed.
It's been confirmed, yeah.
When was it confirmed?
by the creator of
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah.
In
I did
interviews,
not
someone
know
was
that.
everything, and he
I
was
did
like,
not know that.
yes. And
Well,
then
they
I'll explain
died.
more. Yeah, they eventually
She
died.
was without.
And then they got killed
They
by
were-
a jaguar.
She was apparently a pregnant mother.
yeah.
Sorry. Number 2, Tiana.
I agree with this.
I've only seen
I
this
love
movie
her.
once.
I love her.
That's the only one.
I love her. I love this
For
movie
being like
so
a newer
much.
one, oh my god, I just loved it. I love the music. It is so much fun.
The
It's
villain
just
really scared
beautiful.
The villain.
You
was
actually-
spooky. You were.
They fall
It was
in love in like a
spooky.
natural. Yes, it's not over like the longest period of time, but like it seems like real.
When this one came out in 2011?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
I know what you're gonna say.
Did it come out in 2011 though?
It came out past 2001.
So it's a post 9/11.
Stop.
Stop. You can't. Okay.
All right, this is just between me and Jess now.
All right, everyone else can leave. Kayleigh, let's talk.
Oh, all right. I see.
So
And
her
with
dreams, her dreams aren't for freedom for any of that. She dreams to own a restaurant.
Come
because
back.
it was her father's dream,
Come
and he
back.
never completed that dream. So she was like, you know
Wow.
what? For my papa.
It's an inherited dream, but yes.
living the
She
dream through the
works
patriarchy.
hard. She works like day and night,
She works
nonstop to
hard
earn her
for the
money, and then
money.
the bankmen still are like, actually, we think this is a better investment, and she's like, fuck you.
you.
Her best friend is a very like rich girl, and they're so sweet to each other. It's actually very funny, like their relationship. They're just cutes. They're cutes, and her friend is like technically a princess because the dad is always voted like king of the quarter because they live in New Orleans.
So they're wait. So what makes?
Llewellyn's.
Yeah, what makes Tiana?
Tiana becomes a princess because she eventually marries a prince, Naveen.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
Now, she kisses a frog because, like, he starts, like, speaking, and she's like, what the fuck? And he's like, if you turn me back, I will give you, like, money to, like, open your restaurant. Because she's like, oh. But she kisses him, but since she was not a princess and she kissed him out of, like, she wasn't being selfish, but, like, out of, like, a getting something in return, she instead turned into a frog as well.
And she's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah. Nasty.
What the fuck is that allowed? What the fuck?"
Stop. There have been way too many Vine references on this podcast.
She was, out of all the princesses, I would say, like, the most practical, I guess.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was very much like a that's not right, that's right, like right and wrong. Like she was very clear on it. She wasn't
She had
just like
morals.
she was, and she also, even though yes, she did end up falling in love and like getting married and everything, she wasn't like on the search.
True.
She was more like I want my like dreams to come true, not I got
Then
to
all
get
the
that
way
fucks.
you're like, yeah.
gotta get that royal dick.
Yeah.
Gotta get that dick. What is it? What was it? A dick figure.
Yeah.
Dick figure?
No,
Fuck
fuck
figure.
figure. She's not on the look for a fuck figure.
I mean, dick figures are everywhere. They're in bananas. They're in popsicles.
That's
That
a
is
phallic
technic-
symbol.
There you go. Dick figure for short.
She's
Anyway,
sounding
I love
blown away
her.
there.
You never really saw green in princess dresses before her.
Because it usually it
Well, it's
symbolizes.
supposed to look like a lily pad.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it usually green symbolizes like envy and
Exactly.
greed and stuff.
It's because
so
like
not a
Maleficent,
good one.
green. Her like magic's all like green.
All of the Disney
Lady Tremaine,
villains.
there's green involved with her. Even the Shadow Man in this, there's like a lot of green like fire with him. He's the villain,
And even
but still,
Yeah.
Even though he's not a Disney princess,
always like that
a lot of
green
Spider-Man's villains have
he's
green
not a Disney
present.
princess.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a Disney princess. Yes, he is.
Well,
in
a
my
lot of
heart
his
and mind
villains
and
have
soul.
green involved in their
Yeah.
costuming.
Bodymon, please.
Green Goblin.
I mean, but even just like
Who
what they're
else?
wearing, like
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Octopus usually has green on. Sandman has green.
You remember that?
Yep.
Oh my god, what a time. 2000. What?
Something.
1 September 11th. Let's go back to that day.
Send help
Bush,
to
steel
12345
beams,
Internet
George
Street,
Bush.
please. Send help. Anyway, so Dan, I apologize because you have never seen The Princess and the Frog,
That's
but
fine. Fill me in.
you gotta. It's amazing.
What?
I'll
Fill
tell
me
you
up,
more
Daddy.
details later.
Wow, that's a little dirty
Stop.
out of
With
context.
that,
There's a fabulous fat crocodile, that wants to just play the saxophone. Dan, you can relate. You play the
I
saxophone.
have my saxophone right over there. Do you want me to whip it out?
No.
Whip out the sax, bro.
Whip nothing
Whip it
out.
Ron.
Whip nothing out.
I'll do classical gas on
No.
it.
Who helps them on their journey? Oh, what is the firefly's name?
Firefly.
You know. Wait, because
Eunice.
Eunice just makes me think of the girl and She's the Man. Anyway.
Is his name Owl City?
No.
You would not believe your
Eyes, if 10 million flies.
flies. Lit up the winds, I fell asleep.
That'd be skewy. Too much light. Anyway, so it's an excellent movie, and it's like a happy time, happy endings for all. Even
The villain is scary though.
yeah,
Sorry,
he
it
did
came out in
scare me.
2009.
His
Really
song,
scared me.
his like his
Ready?
It's on the
so good. What a bop! Like an
it
actual
is.
bop.
I hate it when like the villain
Oprah
songs.
Winfrey's in this movie?
Fuck yeah, she's
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey is in this?
Who does she play?
Eudora?
Is that her mom or is that the voodoo lady?
I remembered that she was in it once you
I
said
didn't know
that.
she was in it. Well,
No, yeah, she
what's her name? Now I can't recall it. The name of the
Is it
actress who
Ray?
played Tiana. She was also in Dreamgirls. 'Cause we are dreamgirls, boys.
Is the lightning bug Ray?
Yes. And then the star that he's in love with is his Evangeline. And when he, spoiler alert, dies, he becomes a star right next to her.
Cute.
Oh,
And it's
damn.
gorgeous.
Yo.
Love it. Anyway, number 1. Now, can you guys think of the only one that I haven't said? That would be considered on
Yes.
Moana?
Yes.
No, it's not
I know.
Moana.
It's not Moana. It's not Anna. It's not
She's
Elsa.
pretty
I know who it
now.
is.
Fuck.
Do you want me to say?
If you can guess it, yeah.
Rapunzel.
Yes!
I agree
bitch!
with-
I love
I
Rapunzel!
agree with this 100%.
Right? I just
What a badass bitch! I love this girl.
and old school, all of it. Mandy Moore, my bitch.
Love Tangled.
Okay, I don't even know
Tangled
if I
is
need
an
this.
objectively better movie than Frozen.
She's 18.
Legal.
There you go. I was waiting
We
for that.
can't use the
About
meme.
18th
Can't-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tangled came out in 2011.
Stop.
This is the one that came out in 2011.
It is based off of a Brothers Grimm tale.
Set in
Yeah.
the tower.
Yes. Now,
connections
she has
there.
long, magical hair. What?
I said,
Oh, Tin Tower?
I said 10 years after 9/11, set in a tower. What are the connections here?
Stop.
Bob Iger did 9/11.
Stop.
I
Stop
can't.
it.
Okay,
Anyway.
go on.
She's long, magical hair. She's trapped in a tower, but she thinks it's for her own safety.
Yeah.
Because of her bitchy mother Gothel, who she doesn't know is not her real mother. She was kidnapped as a baby because there was a flower. The mother was dying. She didn't eat the flower, and then that's how Rapunzel has magical hair, and that's why Mother Gothel stole her. Also, Mother Gothel
the
dies at
baby.
the end by just turning into dust. She was that fucking old. Wild.
But she deserved it.
She did. She sometimes
She stole
I
the
like
baby.
sometimes I enjoy when a villain, it's you know what, I can
Oh, wait.
see it from their point of view, I understand where they're coming from, but this bitch she deserved it.
True.
She deserved to be dead. She stole she stole a baby so that she could live forever, and she just would leave her up in that
From
tower
the
forever and be like, oh, I love you,
baker.
honey. No.
She'd be like, I love you. I'll be back in a few
Father.
days.
Who's also a baker.
Oh.
Dying in the baking accident.
So she didn't know that she was the lost princess. So again, she grew up sort of humble, but also sort of
Yeah.
deeply repressed because of
She
her
lived
asshole.
in a tower.
But
Yeah.
she
She
longed
lived in a towel.
she longed to
didn't
leave
know those.
to see these twinkling lights that she didn't know what they were, that appeared every year on her
And
birthday.
at last
Good old Flynn Rider shows up and she bribes him. She blackmails him into
does.
taking her, and then
Yeah.
love happens. Thank you, Zachary Levi and Mandy Moore, for creating a great song. I was just in a wedding and
how
we
old
walked
is he?
down the aisle to the instrumental. I see the light. I
How old is
think he was 21.
She's 18 now.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Well, that's a little problem.
But yeah,
That's okay.
we walked down the aisle to the instrumental. I see the light, and it was
Yeah,
honestly
I
very
do.
pretty. Good job.
It's just like the freshman senior day.
She is very smart. She's very
gross.
talented.
That's gross.
She's very talented from being just stuck and bored all day. So she learned to paint. She reads books over
She's
and over.
practical.
She bakes.
She is
She does
practical.
everything. She has a friend named Pascal
She knows,
who's chameleon.
hair.
Pascal
He's
is the best
the
sidekick.
best. Also, the horse, Maximilian,
Yes.
at first is kind of a villain, I would say. And then he grows.
Then he's the best.
He grows as a
Great
character.
judge of
Plot
character.
twist, he's actually Donkey from Shrek.
And actually, there's a Tangled TV show now, and I've seen
Really?
episodes with like the kids, and it's not awful.
And it has,
it's
like-
like the in between when they got married.
It has
and
Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi, right?
yes, yeah, they do the voices.
Keep him.
Mandy Moore just
employed.
killing the game. You
I
know,
love me more.
she will never die.
Love employment.
Never.
Except in that one movie where she dies.
A Walk to Remember. Don't break my heart right now. Like crying on a Saturday night.
That was a great list. It was
yeah.
a little light on
Also-
Pacific Islander, but
Oh God,
whatever.
stop.
A Pacific Islander.
Anyway, but about Rapunzel, she wears purple, and I really liked her dress. It's very practical. It's
And
not
she
poofy.
and she has short hair.
Yeah, because she chopped off her
yeah.
hair for the greater good.
Exactly.
I'm the great.
She went with a bob.
I'm very excited because in Kingdom Hearts
I'm the
3,
you're ever gonna get.
there's going to be a Tangled world. That's
Oh.
going to be awesome when that comes out.
What is this?
Finally, Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, they've been
Like,
waiting for it
okay,
since
I know what it is.
2007, but whatever.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We're
is
all
fine.
fine here.
I'm okay with this.
How are you?
What?
I said, Kayleigh was like, it's fine, or it's all fine. And I said, we're all fine
Oh,
here.
from Star Wars.
How are you?
How are you?
And then when they think it's not him, he just shoots it.
Oh, yeah.
Just shoots it.
Thank you, everyone, for being
thank
on
you for
this
being
episode
here
of the
today. Thank you for being here
podcast.
today.
Still angry about
Sorry, I'm just
Moana,
channeling
but-
some Mia Thermopolis.
Is she
Amelia
a Disney
Mignonette.
princess?
I think she is actually live action.
I think so.
Who?
Amelia
You know who should be
Mignonette.
a live action
Rinaldi
Disney princess?
Thermopolis from Prince Diaries.
Elsa.
Anne Hathaway's like breakout role. Her
Although
like, first
Elsa's a
role.
queen. So.
Where she falls.
And then she
down
eventually
bleachers.
became Ella in Ella Enchanted, a version of Cinderella. They're the best.
Also a good movie.
The best version of Cinderella, like not just like called Cinderella, was Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
What about A Cinderella Story?
Oh my God! Fuck yeah,
What
you're
about
right.
Cinderella Man?
No. Wait, what?
What about
Cinderella Man?
What about
with Russell Crowe?
What about Laura Osnes?
Who?
Wow, if you have to ask that. It's,
Wow.
I thought
Was
you
she on the
cool.
stage production?
She's a stage production.
Oh,
Although
okay.
stage
I've never
production-
seen it.
Stage
Me
production's
neither.
okay. Honestly,
But that's the same
I'm not
version.
a big.
The stage production is the same. Like they used. It's like different from like the obviously cartoon movie and stuff, but the Brandy Cinderella movie, they did all of the songs from like the stage production, and the best song is Why Can a Fella Ever Want Signal?
Impossible.
Oh my God, yes, with
Wait,
Whitney. Whitney Houston is in that one. Oh, it's amazing.
How does Cusco play into all?
Cusco. Oh wait, I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
This was actually a list of 12. Cusco is number one, along with Nemo and who else we got? Dory,
Oh,
Kronk.
it was Alfredo or whatever.
Yzma.
Linguini Alfredo.
Yzma is the number
Pasta
one.
man.
actual, just a plate of pasta.
Actual
I
pasta
am
man.
Pasta Boy.
She's just long
I am
pasta
Pasta Boy. Impostable.
And Spider
Kim
Man.
Possible?
Kim Possible.
Well, Kim Possible, where's she playing?
She's a Disney princess.
Is she? She's not.
Disney.
She's just a person.
She does perform acts of heroism,
All
but
right.
does she get paid? Because she's a spy. So does she get paid?
Totally
Anyway,
fine.
it's definitely
Totally
time.
spies. That season is on Netflix. I love it.
Definitely time to wrap this up.
I think she does.
Thank you everybody for coming. If you guys just want to say goodbye, have a nice call off.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. This was
Can we do
nice.
it like
Good.
I was gonna say
Good.
so long, farewell. Hope you didn't say I do to you and you. Goodbye.
Anyway,
To try.
thank you for listening. A sip, my first sip of champagne.
It's wine, honey.
No, it's champagne.
Champagne?
It's champagne.
Wow, what a classy bitch.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode of 10 for 10.
Thanks,
we'll be
sorry
back
if it was a little
11 for
hectic.
sooner than you thought because we're going to be back on Wednesday.
Thanks for
with my
waiting for this list.
And I don't know exactly what I'm going to put on that list, but it'll be good. I'm thinking going dark because we've done a lot of light stuff and
Hey.
we're about to do a lot of light stuff
This
for
was a
Christmas
dark
time.
episode.
Noise.
Thank you for all our guests. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you liked it, be sure to give it a rating or
Kayleigh
a
did.
review on
5
this
stars.
Kayleigh
KK
on iTunes.
That's her legal
And
name.
It is not.
we are available on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. Be sure to follow us at Twitter or on Twitter at 10for10pod. Like us on Facebook. Email us at 10for10pod@gmail.com. Am I missing anything, Jess?
Oh, our friends Kadama Cast, they are now on Podbean, right?
Yeah, but they're not
I'm
We
just
don't have
letting
to.
you know.
We don't have to promo them.
They're our friends.
I don't have a podcast.
It's Julie and Sasha.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode. It's been fantastic having so many people here.
Sorry if we were in
Happy
so much of your
Thanksgiving.
ear holes today.
This is gonna be a loud one.
Oh, this is.
That's quite loud.
That's pretty
Thank you for
loud.
listening to this one. We'll be back on
Sorry
Wednesday
that Moana wasn't on the list.
with a normally scheduled episode.
I've seen the movie at least 500 times because of the kids.
Maybe that's why it was subconscious thing. You didn't even want to try to put her on the list. You
I
didn't
mean,
want to put
I could
a
say the
loophole.
movie word for word. I could just do a performance one week.
It's Maui time. Anyway.
Get that mini Maui.
Oh my god.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Meme video.
It's time to sign off. Thank you for listening.
Stop.
We'll be back in your ear holes on Wednesday.
That's a very
Bye.
putting it.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Laters, babes.
Bye.